If you're over 60, what I'm about to reveal could mean the difference between a peaceful life and years of suffering from prostate problems. Many American men make the same mistakes every day, unaware that they are literally damaging their prostate. I'm Dr. Julia, and today I'll share the 10 most dangerous habits that could be silently enlarging your prostate. Number 1 is so common that you're probably doing it right now without realizing the harm it causes. Have you ever woken up several times during the night to use the bathroom? Do you struggle to start or stop your urine stream? Or maybe you constantly feel like your bladder never fully empties? These are clear signs your prostate may be enlarging, and it's not just about aging. The truth is, everyday factors can accelerate this process. As a physician, I've seen hundreds of men in my office, some in desperation, even suffering from urinary retention, simply because they ignored these signs for years. But I've also seen 80-year-old men living free of prostate discomfort, simply because they changed their habits in time. The difference between those who suffer and those who don't lies in the small details of daily life. Let's begin our countdown of the 10 most dangerous habits for your prostate. Habit 10: not drinking enough water. Many older men make this mistake, thinking it will reduce their nighttime trips to the bathroom. But in fact, the opposite happens. When you don't drink enough water, your urine becomes more concentrated and acidic, which irritates both the bladder and the prostate. Remember, the prostate sits right beneath the bladder, so when the bladder suffers, the prostate does too. Chronic dehydration leads to inflammation, which is one of the main causes of prostate enlargement. On top of that, many men at this age take medications that can cause dehydration, worsening the problem. A dehydrated body also accumulates toxins more easily, overloading the entire urinary system. Over time, this silent damage results in an enlarged prostate and worsening urinary symptoms. The solution is simple. Sip water throughout the day, even if you don't feel thirsty. Your urine should be clear or very light yellow. That's a good indicator of hydration. Don't fear water. It's your natural ally in preventing prostate problems. Habit 9: sitting for long hours. I know that after 60 the armchair becomes more inviting, but spending hours sitting may be harming your prostate in ways you don't realize. Sitting for prolonged periods puts constant pressure on the pelvic region. This reduces blood circulation to the prostate, causing inflammation and contributing to its enlargement. Men who spend their days watching TV, reading, or working while seated have a higher risk of developing prostate issues. It's not about avoiding rest, but about not remaining still for too long. The pelvic floor muscles also weaken from inactivity, making it harder to fully empty the bladder. This leaves residual urine, further irritating the prostate. Here's a simple rule. Stand up every 30 minutes and walk for at least 2 minutes. It could be just a short walk to the kitchen for a glass of water or a stroll around the house. This simple movement keeps the blood flowing and relieves pressure on the prostate. Don't let a sedentary lifestyle become a serious health problem in the future. Habit 8: excessive caffeine intake. I know how sacred coffee is in American culture, but too much coffee and other caffeinated drinks may be irritating your prostate more than you think. Caffeine is a natural diuretic, which makes you produce more urine and puts extra strain on the bladder. It also causes the muscles around the bladder to contract more frequently, creating urgency and even leakage. For those with an already sensitive or enlarged prostate, this extra pressure is a real problem, but it doesn't stop there. Caffeine also tightens the bladder neck muscles, making it harder to fully empty the bladder. The result: more urine left behind, more pressure on the prostate, more inflammation, and more discomfort. I'm not saying you have to completely give up coffee, but moderation is key. One cup in the morning generally doesn't cause issues, but multiple cups throughout the day can be harmful. Try replacing that second coffee with an herbal or decaffeinated tea. See if your urinary symptoms improve. Sometimes small adjustments make a big difference. Habit 7. Eating heavily spiced and processed foods. American cuisine is rich in flavor, but overdoing it may be harming your prostate. Very spicy and processed foods can cause silent inflammation in your body. Excessive black pepper and hot sauces increase systemic inflammation, including in the prostate. An occasional spicy meal isn't a problem, but consuming them daily can irritate an already sensitive prostate. Processed foods are even worse. Chips, cold cuts, frozen meals and fast food are loaded with preservatives, artificial coloring, sodium, and unhealthy fats. These not only harm your overall health, but also disrupt your hormones. Excess salt leads to fluid retention, stressing the urinary system. Unhealthy fats and chemicals can impact testosterone levels, a hormone directly linked to prostate size. If most of your meals come from a package rather than fresh ingredients, your prostate may be paying the price. Prioritize natural anti-inflammatory foods, vegetables, fruits, fish, and nuts. A healthy diet doesn't have to be boring, just balanced. Habit 6. Holding in your urine. We've all done it, holding in the urge to urinate because we're busy or far from a restroom. But doing this regularly can seriously harm your prostate. When you hold urine for too long, the bladder stretches and presses down on the prostate, which sits directly beneath it. Over time, this creates irritation and swelling in the prostate tissue. Older men are particularly vulnerable because the muscles that control the bladder and prostate weaken with age. Holding urine also increases the risk of incomplete bladder emptying, leaving urine behind. This stagnant urine becomes a perfect breeding ground for bacteria and inflammation, leading to infections that further irritate and enlarge the prostate. To protect your prostate, listen to your body's signals. Don't postpone bathroom visits, especially if you're already experiencing nighttime urination or urgency. Going to the bathroom when you first feel the urge is one of the best defenses you have. Remember, your bladder and prostate work as a team. If one is stressed, the other suffers too. Habit 5. Smoking or being around smokers. Cigarettes are among the worst enemies of your prostate. And even if you don't smoke, regular exposure to secondhand smoke is still harmful. The chemicals in cigarettes reduce blood flow, increase inflammation, and damage delicate tissues, including those of the prostate. Smoking also raises oxidative stress, impairing your body's ability to repair itself. Over time, this leads to prostate inflammation, enlargement, and even a higher risk of prostate cancer. For older men, the damage accumulates more rapidly. Smoking also depletes essential antioxidants in your body, weakening your natural defenses against prostate problems. Even if you quit years ago, being around smokers can still negatively affect your health. If you still smoke, talk to your doctor about ways to quit. There are support therapies, nicotine replacements, and even natural treatments that can help. The benefits begin almost immediately. Within weeks, your circulation improves, inflammation decreases, and your prostate can start to recover. If you've never smoked, avoid exposure to smoke entirely. This simple decision can add years of healthier prostate function. Habit 4. Avoiding doctor visits. Many men only see a doctor when something really bothers them, but that's a risky approach, especially after 60. The prostate can enlarge silently, without obvious symptoms at first. Regular checkups help detect issues early, before they become serious. A simple doctor's visit can reveal signs of inflammation, infections, or growths before they start causing pain. Exams like the PSA blood test and a digital rectal exam are quick, minimally invasive, and potentially life-saving. Skipping routine appointments means missing the chance to act preventively. Some men feel uncomfortable discussing urinary issues, but the earlier you speak up, the more treatment options you have. Often simple lifestyle changes without the need for medication or surgery. Don't wait until symptoms become unbearable. Preventive care is one of the smartest habits any mature man can adopt, and if something is caught early, you may only need small adjustments to avoid long-term problems. Habit 3. Eating too much red meat. Red meat might be a staple on many American dinner tables, but consuming it daily may be silently contributing to prostate enlargement. Studies show that high consumption of red meat, especially processed varieties like bacon, sausage, and deli meats, is linked to increased systemic inflammation, including in the prostate. Saturated fats and the chemicals used in meat processing are major culprits. They disrupt hormonal balance and increase oxidative stress, which inflames the prostate. As men age, digestion also slows down, and red meat takes longer to process, contributing to weight gain and added pressure on the pelvic area. You don't need to become vegetarian overnight, but cutting red meat down to once or twice a week can make a noticeable difference. Replace it with lean proteins like fish, grilled chicken, or legumes. Try incorporating more plant-based meals rich in fiber, such as lentil soups or bean-based dishes. These changes support prostate health and improve digestion. Your body will thank you with fewer symptoms, more energy, and better prostate function long-term. Habit 2. Carrying excess belly fat. As we age, extra weight around the midsection isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's a serious warning sign for prostate health. Abdominal fat produces inflammatory substances that circulate throughout the body, including the prostate. This constant inflammation irritates the prostate, contributes to its enlargement, and increases the risk of urinary problems. Men with larger waistlines are more likely to suffer from enlarged prostate, frequent nighttime urination, and even erectile dysfunction. Excess weight also disrupts hormones like testosterone and estrogen, both of which directly affect prostate size. The solution isn't crash dieting, but steady, consistent improvements. Short walks, smaller portions, and cutting back on sugar can start melting that belly fat. Losing even a few pounds can bring noticeable relief from urinary symptoms. And don't forget, abdominal fat physically compresses the bladder and pelvic organs, adding even more pressure on the prostate. Keeping your waistline under 40 inches, 100 centimeters, is one of the best long-term strategies for protecting your prostate. Habit 1. Failing to manage chronic stress. This is the habit most men overlook, and the most dangerous of all. Chronic stress is a silent inflamer of the prostate. When you live constantly anxious, tense, or worried, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol. Over time, these hormones cause inflammation, muscle tension, and hormonal imbalances that directly affect your prostate. Stress tightens the pelvic muscles, restricts blood flow, and irritates the nerves surrounding the prostate. It also weakens your immune system, making it harder for your body to fight inflammation and infections. Mature men often carry stress silently. Financial worries, family concerns, health problems, all of it accumulates. The result? More frequent urination, pain, urgency, and prostate swelling. But here's the good news: you can control it. Simple habits like daily deep breathing, light exercise, stretching, or even 10 minutes of quiet time can drastically lower your stress levels. Laughter, social connection, and quality sleep are medicine for your whole body and your prostate. Managing stress isn't just about feeling better, it's about healing your body from the inside out. This single change can reduce symptoms and help stop prostate growth naturally. It's the most powerful step you can take right now for a healthier, more comfortable life. Now that you know the 10 habits silently enlarging your prostate, the question is, what will you do next? These aren't just small changes. They're powerful steps that can prevent months or even years of discomfort, sleepless nights, and unnecessary medications. If you're over 60, the time to act is now. Don't wait for symptoms to worsen. Start by changing just one habit this week. Drink more water, walk a little more, or say no to that extra slice of bacon at breakfast. Every small action counts. Your prostate won't heal overnight, but with the right habits and a little consistency, your body can do amazing things. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. With the right information, it's never too late to start taking care of yourself. Take care of your prostate, and it will take care of you.